Hey guys, it's Ashley. This is just a kind of response to the Jose Mourinho sack, and I wanted to try and get something out, give my thoughts and opinions, and just kind of share my view. I'm extremely angry, so I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible because I don't want it to drag on too long. So I have a lot to say. I just felt like I needed somewhere to air my grievances with the club and also with the internet community around football, and just kind of really express my opinions in a way that is valid and kind of without ranting too much and being too salty about it. So Mourinho's been sacked. That was the board's decision, which was their decision to make. Not that I agree with it. I think it was the wrong decision to make. Jose Mourinho is, in my opinion, one of the best managers in the world, if not the best, and he has a track record that says that wherever he goes, he wins titles. And if you want a manager that's going to win titles, then that's the manager that you need. Whoever he goes to next, he will win titles, guaranteed. It will happen. My biggest grievance is that with the club, is it seems like yes, it's just easier to get rid of a manager than get rid of the players. Where I would have rather have Abramovich come out and say, Mourinho's the manager that we want. We're going to shake things up in January, and any players that aren't pulling their weight are going to be sent out of the club, and send shockwaves through the players and back the manager to the hill and just make them perform. And if they're not performing, they will be axed from the club. And you would see the players that would want to stay at the club because they would up their game and they would put in 100% effort. My grievance is again with the players. I think that there are a number of players, to my count, 7 or 8 players that have just not achieved the level anywhere close to where they were last season. But this has been a long-standing thing. I think from January last year, we were not the same team that we were in the first half of last year, and it just seemed to capitulate in the second half of the season. We were much better in the first half of the season than we were in the second, and it's just something that seems to have created and manifested itself, and it's just got worse over the summer, and something did need to change. But I certainly think it was more of a playing side of things rather than a management side of things, because wherever Mourinho goes next, he'll get a new set of players and he'll win trophies. Simple. It's not a hard calculation to make, because he will be successful, because that's what he is. He's a born winner. And players that have played under him, that have been on his good side and worked under him consistently well, have always praised him. And even Frank Lampard on Sky Sports after the Leicester game continued to come out and say that the players are at fault. And for Frank Lampard to say that makes me think, yes, there's definitely something wrong within the club, but the players need to shoulder that responsibility more so than the manager. But Mourinho was not without his share of bad luck, but we're not going to get into that too much because our European form wasn't actually too bad. Yes, we had the one bad loss against Porto away from home, but again, in that game there was a penalty decision which wasn't given, that should have been given. And apart from that, we were generally good within Europe. We finished top of our group. So it's kind of a Premier League form, and I kind of think that with the players not playing well and everything going against them, it just kind of, nothing ever seemed to click. And I think it was kind of a situation where people kind of took people's opinions about certain players within Chelsea and certain perceptions of the management team and also the players themselves, and said, I don't know, I'm not going to give this decision that way because of their reputation. And I think it was that sort of situation that led to a few of the decisions that went against us this season. But it's not been good enough generally. I wish Jose Mourinho the best of luck, because he has brought some of my best memories as a Chelsea fan. I've been going now for 22, 23 years from memory. I did go for 25, but I couldn't really remember the first couple of years, and I wasn't consistently going for the first 2 or 3 years. It was only sort of when I got to sort of 5, 6 that I would continually go every home game, every kind of cup game, and a few of the away games as well. When I got to 8 or 9, we started going on the away trips. So it's one of those things I would just like to say. My personal opinion is thank you to Mourinho for bringing the success that he brought to the club, winning our first league title in 50 years, which was fantastic. And hopefully the new incoming manager will get to strip the squad and bring in some new players. I'm going to leave it there, but if you did enjoy the video or want to share any thoughts, let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, my Sashi, thanks for watching and goodbye.